Previously on Shuffle Quest, our heroes got et up by Olmec, an extra-dimensional stone-head god who conscripted them into a quest to save the multiverse from collapsing. He took them to the world of Men in Black, where the galaxy is currently under threat by the Settians, a development that our heroes asked literally zero clarifying questions about, instead being assigned a mission to find Bill Lawrence Obb, a blob-like alien called a ploid who missed his last check-in. They went to meet his best friend Alva at a local diner. Listener, I am very aware that this seems pretty low stakes, but I assure you it's all connected. Welcome to Shuffle Quest. Hello everybody, welcome to Shuffle Quest. It's episode 2 of the great show where we take an RPG adventure through all sorts of weird times and places and spaces and worlds. Last we left our heroes, the Kooky Crew. My god, Cody, your face, I love it.
This intro is killing it.
I know. I'm so good at intros.
Yeah.
The way I ramble and don't get to the salient points. Delicious. Anyway, last time we left our Kooky Crew, our heroes of Terok Nor, as played by Cody Melcher, Omie Heck, as played by Gwyn Fulcher, and Ruddy Dayton, as played by Joe Anderson. They were in Men in Black times.
That's not an era.
Men in Black world, and also times, I guess. It's the mid-90s.
That's my favorite part of medieval times, is Men in Black times.
Yeah, when they all just decided to wear black because, you know, they had so much dye on hand.
It was the plague
Everyone
era.
was very wealthy.
Yeah, it's
This
just like
is the plague era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all this excess dye. Just get rid of it. All the men's
so
clothes
much.
is black now. Anywho, so before we get into the scene, I want to ask you guys some questions in character. First, I have a question for Terok Nor.
Yeah.
So Terok, can you explain why you seem like almost pathologically uninterested in a literal entire world of new knowledge that you've never seen before? Not just world, but galaxy.
I think it's a real misunderstanding of what knowledge is. I'm not here to make friends with facts. I'm here to play and win the game. And I want to know the facts I want to know at the time I want to know them. I don't need to know every single thing.
Okay.
If I needed to know that, then I would stop at every tree and ask every bug how he's doing.
So, like, when you were walking to the diner and you saw, like, for example, cars, you were just like, fuck that.
I bookmarked it in my head, and I was like, I got an iPad, I'll look it up later. I've been on Wikipedia ever since we got here.
What is your favorite part of Wikipedia then so far?
I've been learning a lot about the Red Sox. Did you know that there's like a whole weird thing with bestiality involved in there? I don't know what's happening, actually. I don't know. There's something about a thing. I don't know. There's like a whole Red Sox thing. I might be getting them confused with the Chicago Cubs.
Okay,
too.
Cody,
I don't know.
out of character. What the fuck are you talking about?
The goat. the Cubs goat thing. The Red Sox had a similar curse.
Yeah, you can't win unless you fuck the goat.
Yeah, well, I mean, Terek's reading Wikipedia, so
Wait
it's
a
going
minute.
through shit. You
No,
know?
that's real.
What do you want from me? Yeah. Yeah, man, come on.
It's like that first episode of Black Mirror was loosely based on the curse of the Red Sox.
God,
Hey,
that
do you
first
have any
episode of Black
allergies? Because
Mirror.
you are all up on my nuts right now. Can we back it off?
Okay, we're back up. Terok, your questions are over. Let's move on to Ruddy Dayton.
Hello.
Ruddy. So you've been adventuring for quite a while. How's this stack up to your previous adventures?
Well, it's a lot like all the adventures in the sense that a man said some things to me and then I had to go do something. So really, in that way, it's not that different, except now I have a suit and a gun.
And so, also, Ruddy, we want to make sure that the listening audience knows. Last episode, we sort of goofed about a tool-time equivalent in D&D world called Relic Revelry. Can we just confirm right now that is actually canon, your backstory?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, after in between adventures, I'll like have this cart and I'll go town to town, and I'll just show off some relics and let them know how they can improve their homes and lives using some neato relics. Like there was this one day I got my hands on this monkey paw, which was different than like the normal type of monkey paw, which gives awful wishes. It just like whenever you say something nice about yourself, it just gives you a thumbs up.
I like that monkey paw.
Yeah.
Monkey paw's good for
and
everybody.
like that was like a big self-esteem boost.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Was it cursed by the warlock Binford?
But so like I'd go to town, show off the monkey paw, and then people were like, "Thank you, traveling relic revelrier."
And then like a stranger would come up to you and be like, "We need to get back some ghost armor," and you'd be like, "I guess."
Yeah, and I'm already on the way. Yeah.
Sounds good, Ruddy. Thank you so much, Omie.
Hi.
So Omie, you've been a loner for a long time on your own.
Yes.
You've been with this kooky crew for 3 days. What are your feelings about being in a group that's lasted for such a, I guess, comparatively long time?
72 hours.
Well, it's interesting. I am used to being a loner, and I don't mind being on my own. But it sure is nice having other people around, just in terms of being able to talk out loud to people.
Which really important in an audio show.
And I don't mind saying that, ever since I left my village, it's been a bit lonely. Mm-hmm. So being able to go on an adventure with people who were at least somewhat like-minded, even though this is an adventure we did not ask for, I suppose... Well, I can't necessarily say I'd rather have it any other way because I don't have a choice. But I'm willing to find the silver lining.
Okay, that's delightful. Great answers from all my delightful characters, my cast.
Are you gonna cry, Tom?
It's like every day you make it. You validate my decision to have you as the cast. Let's pop right into the story. We last left you at a diner called I didn't think up a name for it. Diner.
Jesus Christ.
Can you just go a restaurant like Seinfeld?
It's the Seinfeld restaurant. It's literally the Seinfeld restaurant.
A standard diner.
Standard diner.
That's the name of the diner.
Yes.
Standard diner.
Standard diner. You were at Standard Diner, and you were accosting Alva extremely aggressively, asking, "Tell us what we need to know." Time back in. Scene begins. Alva has just done some weird time loop reversal shit. And you've asked her again, what do we need to know? Actually, I guess she would respond. That's on me. That's on me. My bad, y'all. Alva is going to shrink in sort of terror and nervousness at this towering man in black. Terok.
Only 6'3".
Wait, Terok, step back. I think she's scared of you.
She says, "Who are you? I've never met you guys. Who are you?"
That wasn't the answer to the question I asked.
You didn't ask a question. You said, "Tell me what you need to know." I don't know who you are.
It's an implied question mark.
Alva, my name is O, Agent O.
Are you?
And this is R.
Agent Ruddy.
No.
That's how the agents work.
Agent R.
I'm going to have you do for the first time ever a roll, and this is going to be a charm roll. You're going to have to try to charm Alva.
Right, and I've got a charisma of 4.
Yeah, so that's 4
with
dice.
With persuasion +1.
If you want to persuade her instead of charm her, that's 5 dice.
All right, let's do it.
Persuade her to not be afraid of us.
I am Agent O. This is Agent R. And this is Agent T. And we are agents. And
this is great.
Terok, shut up! I'm doing my best.
This is going
Alva, you have nothing to fear from us, and we just want to ask you a few questions. All right, so I'm rolling 4.
You roll 5.
5.
And one of those is every single die roll includes a wild die.
All right, we have wild die.
Yeah, the wild die. If you roll a 6, you roll it again. If you roll a 1, you fuck up.
13.
13. You have successfully persuaded Alva. She says, okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm used to dealing with, your she looks around the restaurant, make sure no one's listening. Like, your agency. But I didn't recognize you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure the suits really threw you off.
That's all right, sweetheart. Don't worry. And we just came in out of nowhere, and there are 3 of us and 1 of you. I completely understand. Sure, yes. No, it's fine. Breathe. A little slower.
It's just, I tend to make a mess, and I don't like getting spooked because I lose control.
It's my first day.
I wouldn't have guessed it because you're very old, sir.
Yeah. Career change.
Yeah. The coal industry really died out, and he had to find work somewhere.
You are really soaking up that tablet information, aren't you?
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I'm gonna go get some coffee. Does anybody else want anything?
Alva goes,
I'm already leaving.
I just want French fries.
So, what do you mean by lose control?
Well, why are you my case agent if you haven't read my file? I'm a chronoid.
Oh, I was a late addition to this team.
Also, you had questions? What was that about?
Heads up! And then just whip the tablet at Ruddy where he's already pulled up the chronoid information.
Roll to catch the tablet.
Yeah, that's gonna be reflex.
Yeah, hopefully he has those.
Where am I at in reflex?
Reflex is a main stat.
4.
All right.
The old-fashioned die is the wild one.
Yeah, 14. 14. Yeah, you catch that shit.
Yeah, cool.
You kind of like stumble with it a little, like throwing it back and forth between your hands, but you finally get a grip.
Okay, cool. And then I know what chronoids are. As I rapidly scroll down, they are.
You read that chronoids are a race of aliens that have complete and almost godlike control of time and space. They live in a section of the universe that basically no one ever goes in, no one goes out. They do not interact with other life forms ever because they are in such control of time and space that their conception of reality would make normal universe dwellers look like little dumb baby butts.
She's a Time Lord.
Okay.
She's basically Time Lord. These people, they live endlessly. No one attempts to try to fight them because they'll just we'll de-age you to babies and shit. So that's what chronoids are.
Okay, cool. Is her file on this tablet?
No, you just found chronoids, the Wikipedia page.
Wikipedia entry.
All right.
From space Wikipedia.
So it's not even reliable information.
It was actually on Alex Jones's Infowars website.
It's a stub. This page could be expanded because no one has gone and really done a bunch of research on chronoids.
Citations needed.
Yeah, because you cannot fathom them. But Alva looks like just a normal person.
Okay. So what brings you to Earth then?
She's like, it's embarrassing, but I have a disability. I can't manipulate time correctly.
Oh, you just did it to us like a second ago. It made us all real tired.
Yeah. I don't feel like I don't want to talk about this in public.
Oh, sweetie, that's all right. You don't have to.
You want to? Should we go somewhere else, or just not want to talk about it?
I just got coffee though. I don't want to chug this coffee.
We're looking for Bill. Have you seen him?
She starts crying.
Oh my goodness.
She is openly weeping. She's like, I'd really like to go.
The napkin. Terok, hand me the napkin.
No, you get it. You take care of this. I don't want to deal with this.
Here, Alva, sweetie, here's a napkin. Here, wipe your eyes.
Can I roll to comfort?
I'm so fucking pleased that you said that. That is definitely charm.
Is that an endurance?
That is charm, no doubt, my dude.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got 2.
Go.
2.
The pink one is wild. This is pink. I'm colorblind.
That's good enough. You got a 5? Okay, so why don't you go ahead and act out some really shitty charming. So you really fucked up and comforting Alva.
I take the napkin and I just sort of paw at her face with it, and I just say, "It's all right."
Okay, so as you do this, you don't even blink. It's just as you're pawing at her face, suddenly, the napkin is gone, and your hand has the flesh on your hand has sort of worn away, and you have a very bloody palm, and she has a big, open welt on her face from when you were pawing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she does the little thing where she scrunches her face up again, and whoosh, we're back to you just pawing her with the napkin.
Well, that was terrifying.
I give up comforting. That was I'm never being nice again. I lost a hand.
No, your hand's fine now.
Yeah, but it was spooky.
Yeah, and also you were in immense pain for like a moment.
Yeah.
Alva, is there a place we can go that would make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, I think we should just go to my apartment.
That's fine. That is
Tears
a wonderful
streaming down her
idea.
face.
Is it close by?
Yeah, it's just above the diner.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because like, what am I gonna do? Like, have like a whole scene of you walking the streets?
Yeah, we have to figure
Nah,
out
it's
like
lame.
I gotta make money somehow.
All right. Well, Alva, let's go.
Okay, so she weeping leaves the diner with you following as
This is great optics. Wait, I gotta chug my coffee. God damn it!
as you're leaving. The woman behind.
Get a to-go cup.
It burns. Oh, it burns. Oh God.
Just get a to-go cup, Terok.
Oh no, it burns.
Terok, roll an endure pain for drinking the coffee so
How many
much.
of those do I roll?
You roll 4.
You're so good at drinking coffee.
God.
I rolled a 10 for the rest. I don't know what that means.
No, it means you endured the pain.
It still hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't do any damage though. Okay, good. As you leave, the woman behind the counter, the cook, just sort of gives you like a raised brow look, because to her view, as far as she knows, a bunch of government goons came in and are escorting out a crying patron. So that's fun.
That's fine.
Omie looks back and makes eye contact with her and says, "Oh, she got dumped. She had a bad day."
And then Terok looks back at her after that and just does a finger up to the lips and shakes his head.
Oh, God damn it!
Roll an interrogate, Cody.
Well, that's just an intimidate.
No, intimidate. My bad.
So
Roll an
it's
intimidate.
Three die then? Is
That'd be a 3-er.
That'd be a 3-er. I rolled a 1 on the wild and a 4.
Oh, no.
So I won't tell you what happens, but you leave the restaurant, and let me just write down.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the notebook of good things that happened to us, right?
Yep, This is when I write things in my notebook. It's so I can remember great treats that I'm going to give you for being such good fellows. And
Oh, I'm so glad we made it in.
Am I gonna have to murder some cops?
Oh, my God.
Don't look. I can't read upside
You
down.
need a DM screen.
yeah, I had one, but Creston took it back. He needed it for his campaign. Anyway,
Oh, my God.
All right. I'm gonna
Cut that part out.
No, he's a huge nerd that owns a DM screen.
yeah. Anyway, okay. So you, Alva leads you out of the diner and up to her apartment, which is again directly above this diner. And as she opens the door, it's a very Spartan apartment. It's got a bed where one of the sides has a deep groove worn into it, almost to the bottom of the mattress. She has a card table with some chairs around it. The chairs, 2 of the 4 are sort of worn almost all the way through on the seat. And there's really nothing else in this place other than, there's a kitchen, one of those fucking studio apartment kitchens where it's like 1 foot of, how it's an apartment, whatever, you're there now. And she's like, okay,
Do you want us to have a seat at the table? Would that help?
yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure. Oh, fuck, I messed up 2 of the seats and I didn't notice until too late. Some of you are gonna have to stand. I'll stand. I'm sorry.
I'll stand. It's fine.
What's wrong with the chairs? They seem fine.
She's like, well, you've noticed what happens when I lose control, right?
Yeah, you hurt my hand.
Specifically.
Yeah.
So I have a condition. It was dangerous for me to stay in Chronite society. I'd be too disruptive and I would break the time stream.
but sometimes when I lose control, I sort of have the last moment repeat a couple of million times, and I just don't notice. And then when I finally remember what's happening, I have to reverse it really quickly. Otherwise, it just stays that way. And I must have sat in this chair for a couple of thousand years, and I just forgot.
We can stand. We can stand.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I was just saying.
She's like, so Bill, what happened? What do you think happened to Bill? What do you know about him?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, and we're hoping that you can help us, but you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So anything that you can help us with would be wonderful.
Oh, you were doing such a good job. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this charm. That's a critical success.
Well, thank you.
Cody's giving some side eye.
You're easy. You're easy.
Yeah, well.
I have some natural charm that I
Anyway, so she explains that her whole life she's felt ostracized. I felt like I can't get close to anyone because I'm dangerous. If I lose control among chronoids, it could mean some of them get seriously injured or even killed, which is not something that happens to chronoids usually.
That's terrible.
I know, and I feel
Wait,
so
but you're
guilty about it.
But like we're totally okay with doing that to other people.
Oh, it's only when it interacts with their perception of time and their use of time, their manipulation of time. You know how it is.
So you're more of a danger to your own species than you are to us?
Exactly. That's why your agency let me stay here as a refugee. As long as when I hurt other people, I can reverse it. And people who use time the way you do, reversing it works. If I try to reverse it with a chronoid, it only makes it worse.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, did you guys know that 9/11 was an inside job? I just read this on the tablet.
Terok,
There was like
not
a whole
now.
thing. There's a whole thing where like this government just like
Oh my goodness.
because like something about like steel beams and like I don't know, but I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna go in the corner real quick. Just read this real quick. There's a lot of stuff here to unpack. I don't know. There's like a globalist conspiracy. And stuff. I'll be in the corner.
This is the
All right.
InfoWars portion of Shuffle Quest, where we're going full truther.
Just Terok.
Great. Terok becomes
You gave him an iPad with all the world's information.
Yeah.
And the problem with the internet is that he has gone down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's Lilo with the Fifth Element in the Fifth Element.
I also in real life made the mistake of downloading a radio app on my phone, and I drove 18 hours just listening to InfoWars.
Oh no!
Why? Just why do you hate yourself?
Oh my
little.
god!
Derek, why don't you go out ahead and roll a Streetwise roll? That's under confidence.
No, that's fine. I don't have any cash on me. I don't need to buy a Streetwise.
My God, man.
Oh my god!
For real.
I'll roll it. It's a 3. Okay. So the wild die was a 6, and then I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Okay, so that is 7 plus 6 is 13, and then you roll the wild die again and add that. So 13 plus whatever you roll again on one die.
1.
Okay, so you roll a 14. Okay, so I was determining whether or not you would have the savvy to notice fake news. You do, but reversed. You only believe the fake news.
Great.
The internet is a
my
great
God.
tool, but you gotta have this. You gotta have the
know how to
ability to
use it.
use it. This is
that's pretty great.
dumb as hell. It's okay. So yeah, you believe that 9/11 truther thing, even though it is 1997 and 9/11 has not occurred.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have been the Men in Black universe, but not during the movie Men in Black. It's possible.
No, it's definitely the mid 90s, and you believe this 9/11 truther thing you found on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do something, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, I totally forgot where we were at with Alva and Bill. I think
She was telling us about why she's not a danger to us.
She's a hazard to herself.
she was expositioning her powers. She can
Don't let me get me.
unintentionally repeat a moment an insane amount of times, and it just I don't know if I said this, but it is important to note this does not affect all time in space everywhere. It is
Just
localized.
inside her
It is
apartment.
localized.
Yeah, we're near her.
So, Alva, may I ask, what was the incident you repeated so many times?
Well, it happens it happens a bunch whenever I get stressed out or scared, and it's kind of been a problem my whole life. It's hard to get to know people when you could just sort of and she motions to Ruddy, just sort of have them wear their hand away on your face.
Well, I can see that is extremely stressful for you. I'm so sorry. But you are among friends, I promise. And we will do our best to not try and cause any of this to happen for you.
And I have like a whole other hand. It's fine.
The hand's back.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay. So she's like, so Bill, Bill was my best and first friend, and so is he dead?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to find him, actually, and we were hoping that you might be able to help us retrace some of his steps. Maybe the last time. When was the last time you saw him?
Or communicated with him.
What?
Is it like your keys? When was the last time?
Retrace your steps. Figure it out.
Trying to find your dead friend? It's like your keys.
She sort of starts welling up.
Oh,
She
no.
says, I used to meet him at the diner every other day. We would both get the French fries. Those are both our favorite French food. Both our favorite Earth food. Both our favorite Earth food. The French fries in that diner. And and she sort of takes a moment and takes a deep breath. She's like, one day he just didn't show up. And he would never do that. He would never be gone. He's there every other day. He's never missed it. I'm his only friend too.
When was the first day he didn't show up?
It was a week ago. I've been going every day that we usually meet. I've been there hoping he'll show up. But if you're here, he must be dead, right? You must have found him.
Not necessarily. We can't promise whether or not that's true, but we are doing our best to find him.
Terok, I feel like you want to say something.
Do you all know that the president and his wife murdered a man that they were conspiring with to do real estate property deals? I just found this out over here. It's amazing.
Agent T, that is not necessarily pertinent to the information that we are looking for.
I
at
mean,
this
maybe they
moment.
also murdered Bill. Maybe the Clintons murdered Bill. That's all part of their globalist conspiracy. I'm just saying, it's right here. It's all in the pad.
I don't think you're helping right now, and I just want to roll the comfort again.
Okay, that's gonna be a charm. Which one's wild? The 6 is wild. Let's be
sure.
real.
Wow.
So that's 11 plus. Is that 13? 13 on your charm. She is status quo. So you're. What do you do? What does it look like when you charm?
I say I understand, and I also don't know what French fries are.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Oh my god. I love it. She looks at you like, how do you not know?
Oh, Megan, I
you're
just
Megan.
don't.
How do you not
Someone
know?
tell me? I'm sorry.
That's one of the first things I learned about on Earth. You're from here.
Agent R is Canadian.
No.
Oh, I heard they call them poutines there.
Yeah, that's probably why he's not getting it, because it's called poutine. And I'm just staring.
Oh,
It's called poutine there. Yeah. That's,
I am big on poutine,
Yeah.
but French fries are new to me.
Yeah.
Can Omie snatch the tablet out of Terok's hand real quick?
Make a sleight of hand. Make a sleight of hand roll.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Wait, where's
I've got
that?
a tight grip.
That's gonna be...
As a reminder, he is a paladin.
Oh, that's coordination. That's 4.
Hell yeah.
Can you...
What's your wild die? This guy is your.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
I'm gonna
This
roll.
guy.
You're gonna test that with a conceal.
Do I get a strength check or something on that? Considering I am a paladin holding on to a tablet.
No, that's definitely perception. It's conceal.
Guys, let's be real. I'm just trying to steal it so I can look up a picture of French fries.
Yeah, but you might mess up.
Yeah, but
I don't want you taking my tablet. Also, my perception is very high.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So am I still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be the wild.
Yeah, red is wild.
3, 7,
11,
13.
13, and you roll your conceal.
My wild is a 6.
Beautiful.
And then I rolled a 6, a 6, a 2, a 2, and a 3.
Okay,
All right.
Oh, roll your wild one to see if you get a 1 on it. Just in
roll
case.
my wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll
5.
Okay. You do it. Please narrate this moment where Omie attempts to snatch your iPad and you just fucking shut it down.
I shut it off, slip it into my bag, and I go, "What are you, a globalist?"
Oh my god. Oh my
Agent
god.
T, I was just trying to find a picture of French fries so we could all figure
Oh
out what
yeah,
they are.
I'm sure you're trying to find a French fries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they were doing when they did Whitewater.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to find a French fry. I'm watching.
Oh my goodness.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Anyway, Alva is taking out her phone. She's a fucking person who lives in the world. And it shows a picture of French fries.
It's the 90s, though. It's not a smartphone.
Yeah, but she's from Alien World. Men in Black gave her one.
She's got a trio.
All right.
Yeah, she's got a tree. It's like a dot matrix. No, that's a printer. It's like one of those. It's one of those like grayscale, like Game Boy camera type deals.
Like the Nokia phones that only had Snake.
Yeah, exactly.
But also French fries.
Yeah, and
It's like a Game Boy Color.
she's a Game Boy camera picture of French fries on the screen that she
There you
shows
go.
to you, and it's like, is this what you think poutines are?
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Hooray!
She's feeling better. Anyway.
So, Alva, the last time you saw Bill was a week ago.
Yeah.
And at what time did you normally meet every day?
Well, okay. What time would it be right now? This is me as DM talking. I'm going to say it's like 5 now.
Okay.
Rather 5:30. She's been waiting at the diner for half an hour. So she's going to go ahead and say, it's 5 p.m. every other day. I mean, I would do it. I would meet him every day, but it's very hard for Bill to get out of the house and walk around because, he's deployed and it's not easy for him to keep a human shape.
He's a blob.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like that word, but
Have you
okay.
have you tried going on alternating days in case maybe he just got confused?
Yes.
He said you've been going every other day at the normal time, but if you try going on the days you normally would,
Retcon, she's gone every day.
Okay. Just saying it might be a good easy.
It's very good. It's a very good plot hole discovery, but
That's
I'm
why
gonna
they
go ahead
call
and
me
fill
the
that in.
knowledge paladin.
I'm gonna fill that in
It'd
retroactively.
be real good
Well
if we
done.
fixed everything with a calendar mix-up.
Alva,
Oh, it's on. I thought we were on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Alva, you said that it can be hard for him to get out of the house. Does that mean the diner is close to where he lives?
I mean, he never told me where he lived.
No
see.
hints, no nothing.
No. And why don't you go ahead and make just a straight up perception roll?
This is me.
Yeah.
Okay. Pink one's wild.
Okay. Holy shit. So you got 16 and plus a 6 on the wild die.
Woo!
So
Let it roll.
holy
Another
shit.
6.
So that's 16 plus 6 is
So you
24.
can see
24
everything.
and again.
You can see extra
Again.
dimensions.
He is a
Again. Roll it
globalist.
again.
So the
Okay.
universe unspools in front of Ruddy.
So you rolled like a 24?
You must be taking extra male vitality.
Through I guess through your fatherly the way what you recognize from looking at Radina when Radina would get like cross with you and would try to blow you off, when someone's not telling the
Who's
whole
Regina?
truth.
Is that your wife?
No,
Your
it's
daughter?
my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a bad memory.
No, she hasn't been brought up yet. Also,
okay.
canon update.
Oh yeah, I have a daughter named Radina.
Oh my god.
And she's not a
Medina Spectre.
Isn't like Rutherford and Radina?
Yeah. Yeah. She's not as fan as adventuring as I am.
Anyway, this is very much not.
Does she run the pageant wagon with you? Like when you go city to
I mean,
city?
I drag her along, like
So-
in like sort of like a forced bonding
So
experience.
she's running the pageant wagon without you?
Well, she's used to me just leaving on quests, so I'm sure she's fine.
You sound like
she
a
wear a
great
lot of-
dad.
I try.
Does she
Okay.
wear a lot of plaid?
I try, and I feel like Ruddy's a little under the spotlight here.
Also, this is not actually occurring in universe.
We just found out he had a daughter!
Yeah, but because the DM said so, who doesn't
Does she
exist?
Does she have a
Alright.
lot of plaid she wears when you're doing the pageant
No,
wagon?
she does not like.
Does she say, I don't
Father's
think so,
fashion.
Rudd?
No.
I don't think so, Dad.
Okay, so I see through the eyes of God.
You see the eyes of God, and you can tell that Alva is not telling you the truth.
Oh.
She's not telling you the whole truth when she says that she does not know where he lives.
Alva, I just feel like if you would meet with Bill every day, it would come up when just maybe like at least once you talk about like where maybe he lives or like just the direction he comes from. I feel like that's a reasonable thing that would happen.
He's from across town. I don't know. I don't go out a lot because I don't want to mess up people with my time powers when I lose control. I don't want to take the risk of forgetting to reverse it. I just kind of come here and I go back to my apartment and he's in another neighborhood and I don't know the neighborhoods.
Well, I feel like you may not be... I feel like you might be holding information back, and I can understand we are strangers. And if there's anything that you feel uncomfortable telling us, I want to assure you that you can trust us. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Now you can make a persuasion roll. That was very good.
A+.
What are your thoughts on the Pope?
Actually, she's got some.
Terok thinks the Pope's really a woman.
No, the Pope's part of the globalist conspiracy.
Oh, right, of course. All right. I rolled a 6 on the wild.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh,
Wow.
and
That's
so-
12
12
plus 5, so 17.
Okay.
Plus some more.
20.
21, I think.
Oh, 21 because it's persuasion.
Blackjack.
Oh, wait, I should have been rolling 5.
Yeah, I had a +1 on
Roll
Streetwise
another one.
actually too. I forgot about.
So 24.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, yo, you have calmed her down, and she's like,
Finally.
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm really emotional right now, and well, now that I know that you're people of faith, you asked me what I think about the Pope. I gotta say that in these times, my faith has been a rock. Are you a believer too?
I do belong to a church. I do indeed.
And she reaches out and grabs your hands, like, so you know how important it is to have someone who always knows that you're worth it, that you're a good person.
Alva, of course I do. I'm part of a very, very large faith and a very big community, and we teach all the time that you must trust in your deity, and that when you pray, do you pray here? Do you pray? Is that a thing you do?
Terok and Ruddy make eye contact from across between the two of them, and Terok just mouths, "Are they having sex? Are she and Bill having sex? Is that okay?"
Ruddy is nodding.
Yeah.
She's gonna do a perception roll.
Oh, come on.
No. She's engrossed by this religious talk.
Right.
Yeah, she totally fucks it. She got a 1 on the wild die.
Oh, man.
She did not. She's not even looking at you two. She didn't know you two were saying anything.
Yeah, she totally
she
fucks
says,
it.
"Oh, so, I mean, my people. We sort of know the shape of the universe. We know that there is no real deity, but the rituals, the faith, the belief. It's been so helpful to me.
I see.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to really believe, but I'm so glad someone else shares this. What is your religion?"
Wow. Alva, my goodness, what a question. Well, I am a part of a faith called the...
Terok leans back and gets out popcorn.
That's gonna be good.
Ruddy just stares off in the middle distance.
Just like,
Oh my God.
this isn't a quest.
No, this is great. Keep going.
Alva, I'm a member of the Followers of Elohim. I doubt that you've heard of us, but we are one of the world's fastest growing religions.
By some rubrics and measurements.
We do believe in a deity, and of course his name is Elohim. And
she goes, are you Mormon?
Oh, what?
A Mormon? Have you not heard? It sounds like you're describing Mormonism.
I don't know that word, but well, I suppose I could ask: do they have magic clothing?
She kind of like looks, like shifts her eyes and is like, yeah.
They do? Well, do you know any that are they around here? Are they close by?
I don't know any personally.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm pretty sure earlier I read something from Lyndon LaRouche about that. And he pulls out his tablet.
Terok, not now.
I'm just trying to find something.
Alva, that's all right. That's beside the point. What we want to do here is, I can tell you a little bit more about my religion if you want, but we just want to make sure that you feel safe and that you know you are among friends. Does that help talking about religion?
Why don't you roll another persuasion or charm or whatever you want to do. Whatever has the most dice for you.
Persuasion. Ooh, it's 21.
21? She sort of gives like a last emotional sob and looks up at you, and you can tell that she trusts you. You've bonded.
Thank goodness.
She looks and says, like, I've always, all my life, felt like I've been a mistake.
Oh,
Alva. I've spent a long time trying to find a listener. Terok Nor is doing a jerk-off motion. Sorry, I tried to put in a believable character with emotional problems and stakes that Omie could, relate to.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'm just saying, if you really wanted some action and energy in here, you'd get more into the conspiracy theories.
Alva, how can I help you?
She says, I know where Bill lives, and I don't know, I'm not sure that I did this, but I think it might be my fault that he's gone.
Oh my god, I'm sure it's not. Now, if you could just tell us where he lives.
She gives you the address. I'm not gonna fucking have her like explain.
Yeah, I was gonna actually request that she stay there.
Blammo. She gives you the address, and she's like, I hope there's a clue there, and I hope there's something that tells you he's still alive.
We hope so too. Alva, thank you so much for your help. Would you like a blessing?
She fucking tears of joy. She says, yes, please.
All right. Alva lays her hands on top of Alva's head. She closes her eyes and bows her head, and she says, "O Elohim, the Eternal Father, we ask thee in the name of thy gloriousness to bless and sanctify this."
Alva's just bawling. She is like moved beyond belief.
She is a wonderful individual, and please guide her and be with her as she deserves to never feel alone. Amen.
Oh my God.
Ruddy's thinking about a chalice he found once. It was filled with ghosts, and it was super cool.
Hey, Tom here, just taking a little break. This is the second episode in the Men in Black arc, which I'm going to go ahead and call Sittin' on Chrome for obvious reasons. I really hope you're liking it so far. I can assure you it gets real fucking crazy going forward. I can't really say how long this one is going to go yet. We still haven't gotten to the end of it. I'm going to guess about 5 or 6 episodes, but, who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out when we get to it. Also wanted to read a word from our sponsor, but we don't have any yet. So why not become one by, heading down to our Patreon page, patreon.com/ShuffleQuestPodcast. You can get all sorts of stuff. We actually haven't finalized the rewards at the time of recording, but I know that there will be multiple bonus episodes, and you can get your name or a personal message read right here on the show by me, by my voice. It's cool. Anyway, back to that old show.
So the scene that we just had was Omie, you went ahead and blessed Alva. That counts, by the way, as your good deed.
Oh, fantastic!
That is a definite good deed.
So I have 24 hours.
Yeah, you've done a whole shit ton of emotional support
Man, if
for
that-
Alva. Man, the jerk-off motions just keep coming. They don't stop.
You gotta do the good
Wow,
deeds
dude, it's
in order
like
to heal people.
So many. Look at him go.
Look at all these
man.
angles. Wow,
It's
that's
like
really
Shiva,
impressive.
but dicks.
That's what they used to call me in college. Like Shiva, but dick.
The destroyer
Amazing
and creator.
triceps. Amazing triceps.
You gotta.
Anyway, so yeah, you know where fucking Bill's apartment is. It's an address. You stick it in the iPad. It gives you some Google Maps, except like from the future. So like you check into the net and you can visualize it. I don't fucking know. It's Men in Black.
It gives us MapQuest directions.
technology-
But from
yeah.
the future.
It gives you Yahoo
So it
Maps.
still sends us to the wrong place.
Take a turn on Briar. There's no Briar around here.
Make a streetwise roll and see if you can figure out how to get there.
I don't need to buy a Streetwise. I don't have cash.
No, don't actually make a streetwise roll.
No, but on the way out though of Alva's apartment, Terok would call in to the bureau and put a surveillance on her apartment because she possibly murdered Bill.
That's actually a great
Wow.
thing. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
yeah.
do that scene. So you're gonna call in. So I guess there's a fucking app on your iPad that's like HQ.
I assume we all would have communication devices like phones or watches
You have-
to call into HQ.
You've done extremely little investigation of what is on your person's.
All right, I look down and see if there's anything on my person that would work for calling.
Well, you're holding your iPad and you see the HQ app on
Fine,
it.
I click the HQ app.
So it beeps up and there's Agent L on the phone and he's like, and behind he's looking extremely frantic. He's facing the other way. There is huge flashing red lights and you know, general furor. And yeah, what do you say?
I have a question and a statement.
He's like, what? Who said? Oh my god, you! And he turns around. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What possibly could you have to say to me right now?
All right, first question.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the Pope?
Oh my god, Terok.
Most of the Vatican's aliens. He's not.
All right, I'll take it. We need you to put a surveillance on the apartment of Alva, possible murder suspect.
I'll get to it when I'm not trying to save the fucking galaxy. I'll put it on my
Yeah, I'm
planner.
pretty sure that part of that galaxy is in that apartment, and you need to take care of your job.
He says, right now, my job is to make sure that the Settians do not destroy this planet and all planets within 10 light years of it.
Yeah, and we're on that planet. And I need you to take 1 second out of your day to take care of this issue.
The fact that
You are not keeping it in the stratosphere. You are very below. You are tropospheric.
Don't you use that phrase against me. I was one of the early adopters of keeping it in the stratosphere.
I don't care. Right now, you're the early adopter of getting on my case.
Who even are you? The more I think about it, the more I really don't remember you being around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were in charge of face memory.
Actually, I am. I'm in charge of keeping track of the aliens, and they are all given faces by the MIB to look human, and I have to remember them.
Well, look at that. You can multitask, so put surveillance on the apartment.
My God, man! This kind of insubordination is bullshit. And he presses a big button, and the iPad shocks you.
That went well.
And why don't you do a strength to make sure you don't drop it?
Okay.
Oh no!
5 on the wild, and then a 4, 4, and a 5.
Yeah, you definitely hold it. Okay. And he says, listen.
You realize all the time you're taking to explain this to me right now? You could have just put the surveillance on the apartment.
Okay, I'll do the fucking surveillance, you fool.
All right, thank you. Okay, bye. I love you. And then I hang up, and then I go, oh God, I didn't mean to say I love you.
And you get a ring back.
I don't answer.
After a while, your iPad buzzes and you get a voicemail.
Check the voicemail.
It says, that is extremely inappropriate. Agent T. If you... listen, get done with this as soon as you can and get back and deal with the Sittin situation because you three are idiots, but we need every hand on deck pretty fucking quick.
All right, I think we're good, guys. Let's go.
Okay, so you walk on over to Bill's apartment. Omie, you have something to say?
While we're walking, can we look up what Sittins look like on the iPad?
Yeah, I was so waiting for any of you to ask any
Just
questions
realized
about
we
the
don't
galaxy.
know what they look like or what.
I look up what Setians look like on the iPad.
Yeah, on Omie's suggestion, you look up what Setians look like, and you are, whereas, the Chronoids had sort of like a stub because, like, no one knew anything about them, the Setians have, like, the fucking length of the Dragon Ball Z wiki. That's to say, endless.
I'll let you take care of reading that.
All right, I roll scholar.
That is definite the correct one.
Are there any pictures?
Oh, there's a ton.
Omie's not stupid. She just lacks pictures. Omie needs you to know that.
All right, I rolled a 4 on the wild. That's a 10, 21 at 24.
24. Yeah, you grasp this whole deal right away. The Setians are known. They are incorporated under an empire known as the United in Subjugation Empires of Tau Ceti. They are a race of let's say 12-foot tall, dressed in extremely ornate, sort of like ancient Roman-looking robes. They have elongated, grayish humanoid faces, and wear in this very, very ornate, jeweled circlets on their head. They basically ooze wealth and power. And what you, Terok, can sort of glean from reading this is that they are one of the most military and scientifically advanced empires ever, and that their empire stretches across hundreds of galaxies, and they are basically they're England.
So why haven't they already taken us over?
They're just far. They're too far away. It's just like they're on the other side of the universe.
But
they're like halfway
they're
there.
an impending threat right now.
Yeah.
And we forgot to ask why.
Yep.
So what's the tablet say?
I mean, it doesn't have anything about their thoughts on the Pope, but
you can tell that their feelings on Earth right now is that it is useful as sort of a refugee center. This is the service that MIB Men in Black is providing. They don't really have any strong opinions on it. They haven't had any policy. They have an ambassador here, but not much.
So they
else.
do. So there's an ambassador here. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
yeah.
You ride to the apartment building. It's a grody tenement. It looks like a transient men's hotel. It looks like it would be full of bed bugs.
All right, so we walk up to the door.
Yeah.
I knock.
You knock. As you knock on the front door of this building, the force of your knock swings the door open.
Oh, good. I was going to do that anyway.
So if this building is anything like Alva's, there might be more than one residence inside it.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's like a 10-story one. It's a big, gross.
Oh, but no,
transients.
I thought we were like, did we not get the specific apartment number?
Oh, you did. It's just that you're first going through the front door.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then
I'm just saying,
I meant to knock on his actual
okay.
apartment
So, yeah,
door.
Yeah, but you might need a buzz, but you don't because the door is shitty. Anyway, you
Right,
go
so
to his actual apartment
And I
door.
knock.
You knock, and there is no response.
I knock again.
He answers the door. There's no response, Terok.
I'm giving 2 courtesy knocks. I'm giving 2 courtesy knocks. Well, problem solved. I'm giving 2 courtesy knocks. I break down the door.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Make a strength roll.
Goddamn right I am. That is not a good one.
What did you get?
I rolled a 2 on the wild, and then I rolled a 4 and 2 1s, a 6.
Okay.
The 2.
So you kick a hole. You kick in the door, and it forms a hole, and it just rips your pants up.
Ah, damn it.
So you're standing there with your leg through the door.
I punch the door.
Okay, make another strength roll.
All right. I mean, do you want to take your leg out first?
No, he just said punch through the door.
Yeah, no.
I rolled a 1 on the wild, but I rolled a 6, a 4, and a 4.
Okay, so having rolled that shitty, you're going to punch. You've decided to punch the locking mechanism, and you sort of force your hand through the metal and wood of the lock on the door, and you successfully bust through it and knock the lock.
But your leg is still in the door.
But your leg is still in the door, and you broke your hand.
Oh.
And you have a cracked up hand right now. But the door, falls off the hinges, and you sort of slip your leg out as it falls.
Terok, let me see your hand. I have some bandages, and I can bind you up.
You don't have bandages. You have a biolytic degausser.
Oh, that's right. I have a biolytic.
That's
degausser.
way
I forgot
better.
about that. And I have knowledge, which is 4, and then first aid, which is a +3.
Correct. That's 7.
So,
Roll on that.
pass
I just realized that on the dossier, because I was looking at my ignore pain, it just says endurance.
Well, these are non-official.
You don't
sheets.
say.
You made these?
No, I found them on 4K.
Yeah.
Okay. The wild is still going to be the
red one.
solid
Yeah.
red. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a 3 over here.
So 6, 9,
This is pretty low for 7 dice.
12, 25.
25?
25.
That's pretty good for 7 dice. Actually, 7 dice would be 21 on average. Anyway, that's not important. The important thing is, so you take out this big gun that looks like it has a speaker cone at the end. You point it at Terok's hand, and you give that trigger a nice pull, and out from it comes like a boom, boom, like a big, wide-ranging pulse that doesn't really look like anything. It just doesn't have a look. It just makes the air sort of distort. Yeah, just like boom. And so you know how when you degauss like a computer, like an old computer screen, it gets all like wavy for a second and then snaps back into place?
Yeah.
That's what happens to Cody's hand.
Oh, my
Or rather
God.
to Terek's hand. It sort of gets really wavy and gets like to be like a sine wave on the sides, but then calms down and is fine again.
And does it cause him any pain while that degaussing happens?
Ooh, let's not say pain, but let's go with nausea.
Oh, no.
Why don't you go ahead and make a resist poison?
Make an inner ear check?
Yeah. The closest thing that there is to nausea is resist poison.
Let's make
Why don't you resist some poison with an endurance, and rather an endurance roll?
An endurance?
Yeah.
You're doing a puke check.
I rolled a 4 on the wild, and then a 6 and a 2.
Yeah, you swallow it down. It don't puke. There's no puke tonight.
Oh,
Thank you.
did we, what floor is Bill's,
That's a great question. Let's say the 6th floor.
and we took the stairs, right?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah. So you don't vomit, but as you look over this room, you realize you wouldn't have really made a difference in it if you had. It is a hoarder's apartment.
Oh,
It
no.
looks like absolute shit, and there is a wall of stank that hits you as it shoots out of this apartment. There are empty pizza boxes and just moldy crusts all over the ground. The ground is not visible. There are just knickknacks like old broken electronics strewn all over the place. There are old newspapers and big, classic hoarder stuff. And the only area that has any sort of order and design, as far as you can see, is the far corner of the room, which has a TV and a box of tapes that are not buried by detritus. Everything else is just junk on junk, but this TV and box of tapes are sort of like still visible.
Terok, what are those things in the corner? The box-shaped thing in the corner and the box-shaped thing next to it.
with like the big iPad on top.
That's an iPad? It doesn't look the same as your iPad.
Ruddy goes over and starts grabbing stuff.
Okay, so Ruddy, you are crunching through this gross carpet of garbage.
I'll take point, guys.
There are like, you can feel alternately crunching, shattering, and squishing with every footfall. And you finally make it over to the corner. There's some footfalls where you're disturbing the stuff beneath your feet. It makes erupt the worst smell. It's just I'm giving character to this apartment. Anyway, you make it over to the box of tapes, which again you don't know what a tape is, as Omie pointed out. Well, you're there. Do you want to look at them?
Yeah, I pick one up and hold it in my hands and do roll for inspection, even though like I don't know what.
Chews on it like a gold piece to see if it's real.
That's definitely going to be scholar.
What is that under?
Knowledge. That's under knowledge.
You got a big fat 2.
2 dice.
That
That one's wild. You got a 9. These are big black cards. They're big, huge dominoes with no numbers.
guys, these are heavier than they look. I think they're for a game.
I guess I'll come over and take a look.
I mean, like, you could just leave. No, okay. So Omie comes over, and Ruddy,
Squishing across the floor.
I guess you show her some of these big dominoes you found.
Yeah, here, check these out. There's a bunch of them, and they're all the same.
Strange. All right, I can I roll to see if I get what they are?
You can do a scholar on that.
Okay. That's 4 for me.
Would I not know what
Well,
they are?
I mean, you probably would if you went over and looked.
All right, I'll go over and look too.
Well, I asked you to look them up on the iPad.
Well, all right, I'll look them up on the iPad.
Oh, I rolled a 6 on the wild.
Yeah, roll it again.
So
maybe
8, 9, 10, and then
6 plus.
that's 16.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, but a 1. You're gonna try to eat it.
So you look
I
at
bite it to see if it's real.
You sort of shake it, and you notice like, oh, there's something in this. There's like something rattling in this.
We should open it.
Wait.
You open up the flap and start pulling the. There's a whole box of tapes.
What is this? What?
You
I
start
don't
pulling this
understand.
out.
All right, I rolled a 4 on the wild, and then I rolled a 29 plus 4.
You know exactly what VHS tapes are. You don't even like they are VHS tapes. So you see her pulling the tape out of one.
I slowly put my palm to my head.
Terok, what is it?
Oh, we open these.
Yeah, don't.
So I just grab another one.
No.
Oh,
No, hey.
should we just?
Hey.
Yeah.
No, don't open this.
Oh.
Oh,
That's not how that works.
Oh.
all right.
It was really easy for her though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Okay.
So I look around and I look for a VHS player.
Yeah, there's one directly below the TV.
All right, you're supposed to put them in that player.
I'm gonna keep this one as a souvenir.
Yeah, that sounds
Puts it
great.
in her bag.
Me trying to be very helpful, I grab a tape and I put it in the VHS player.
Okay, and I'm gonna assume you also turn it on. I'm not gonna like make you roll to turn on the
No,
TV.
yeah.
So it flickers to life, and there's a very grainy image of a elderly-ish man wearing an apron standing in front of a counter, and he begins to intone.
Hello and welcome to Family Warshaw's culinary lectures. And
I don't understand.
All right, turn them off. Turn them off. God, no, turn them off.
It's important to note that this is a subtitled video.
tripe and various other forms of cooked offal. The only thing.
What are the words at the bottom of the? What are those words?
God, it's just a cooking show.
But do the
This time,
question perception? Do the words say the same thing as what he's saying out loud?
Roll that perception
It's like
check.
Emerald Lagasse.
I only have a
half
2.
pile up and boiled
That's an
For a
8.
very long time,
Yeah,
until it
it's
becomes
captioned as
completely
far as you can tell normally. He's saying the
Okay.
words. They're saying the stuff.
It is boiled
Good job.
for several hours.
Please turn it off, God. Please turn it off.
A cheesecloth bag
God.
and hang.
How do you turn it off?
You hit the off button.
What's an off button?
It says off on it.
Oh.
That the local
Let's try a different tape.
do not
I'd knock that tape out, and I just grab another one and I slam it in.
welcome to Sir Fairly
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
lectures. Where today
Are these? How many are there?
Maybe these aren't important.
No. Look, third time's a charm. I slam in a third one.
Today on Sir Fairly Warshaw's culinary lectures, we
Wait,
will learn
if
about
he's watching all these
proper
cooking things,
ways to
let's check the kitchen.
Maybe he cooked himself.
kitchen.
Well, the thing said gelatinous earlier.
You must always
I mean, it does smell in here. Maybe he left something cooking.
Oh, God, it's himself.
which is boiling your delicious meal.
Can we turn this off?
And also
I turn off the TV.
your
Why don't you? Okay.
Thank you, Ruddy.
No, I won't tell you the answer to the puzzle.
Where there was a puzzle. Yeah, give us more of a clue if there's a puzzle.
Okay, you two check out the kitchen.
I'll tell you. What on that last tape, you noticed that when he said cookery, cookery was spelled with an A, cookery, in the captions.
Wait.
What is it?
Why would you misspell a word in the subtitles when your job is to spell them correctly? Like that's a professional enterprise.
So how was it spelled?
It was spelled Cookary instead of Cookery.
What the man said.
Are there other misspellings in there?
I don't know. I only saw that one. I'm not a.
Turn it back on.
All
Just,
right, I the third tape's still in there, right? So
Yeah.
I just turn that on.
I'm just an elf. Trying to do his best.
He comes back to life.
believe that cookery is
Whoa.
the very jewel of the British Empire, from our jellied Thames trout to our jellied tripe.
And as far as you can tell, this tape has no further spelling errors.
This tape.
Do we have to check all these?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get that out there. You fucking not have to watch every
Can I roll
tape.
to fast forward through trying 8 tapes
Okay.
and finding clues?
You definitely can. So you're fast forwarding through these tapes, and I'm not going to make you roll. And so you're noticing that there are 1 or 2 errors in each of these, and at the end, every single one says captioned by United Captioners, and there's an address in New York.
Hell yes.
Okay.
United Captioner.
Okay, so we note the address, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we still going to check out the kitchen?
I mean, you can.
I don't really need to.
We maybe don't need to see the kitchen, but the smell in here, I just want to make sure it's not a smell because he blew up. How do we check that?
You have an alien detector.
I think you're gonna have to do a blow up check.
Can I roll for a blow up check?
Derek, you have an alien detector.
You had this whole time?
It's his divine sense made into Men in Black
right.
form.
Oh, yeah.
Can you use that thingamajig? Oh my god.
He's really thinking about it. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. I just really wanted to leave the apartment. I don't like it here. I use my alien matter detector.
So,
So,
boop.
would the detector detect it if it's deceased alien material?
How much detection can a detector detect if a detection can detect detecting?
That's exactly all I want to know.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? He bloops the booper, and
Hey, well, this is a family show.
it pings back that there's no exploded alien.
Oh, yeah, he's the specific exploded
Yeah,
alien.
there's no
setting?
alien.
Okay.
There's no alien matter strewn about the room.
It's just
However, there is some residue of alien handling on the tapes.
Well, but yeah, he's a blob. Wouldn't there be a residue all over the place?
It's not that kind of blob. He doesn't. It's like fingerprints.
Wait, does it match his
There
DNA?
are 2 signatures. You can't tell what they are.
Why don't you snap
How
a
can
picture
I-
of them with your fancy iPad there?
How can I tell?
What do you
they
mean?
are?
You can't. The detective's
the
just telling you
detective says it's two
there's
different
there's residue of 2
signatures.
different aliens on the tapes.
But I'm a scholar with Streetwise.
Yeah, well,
Is there anything I can do about that?
you can try to hack and improve your alien detector.
All right, I'm gonna do that. What is that?
That's going to be alien technology.
All right, I have a +1 on that.
So that's 7.
So I'm going to need an extra die. Can I borrow
Oh, yes.
one of your white ones? Thank you. So that's 22, with a 4 being the wild.
Okay. So you open up this alien matter detector. You sort of pry open the face of it, and you're looking in this in this morass of circuits and wires, and just somehow your
It's a great word for that.
morass, yeah,
Morass.
So
Of circuits and wires.
somehow your D&D knowledge paladin, book learning is like, I can work with this. And you sort of fiddle with it, snap it shut, and it is able to now tell you the species of alien.
And it's the Pope.
It is, one is a ploid, the species that Bill is.
Yes.
And the other is unregistered.
God damn it.
And
All
this would
that work, Terek!
and this would have like everything, right?
Yeah. So if there's unregistered, it means
So
this
there's an
alien
unknown.
is not in the database.
Oh my God.
What, Terek? What is it?
I was just reading more about Whitewater. It goes deeper than I thought.
All right, let's.
But also, this alien species is not in this at all. But
That-
more importantly, the president is involved in a real estate scheme that goes way deeper than we've ever expected it to be. He's murdering people.
Derek,
Is he buying
is
up
your-
pizza shops?
yes!
We need to check the basement.
They say you don't have a basement. They're just hiding their basement because they have something to hide.
They used to say the Alamo didn't have a basement, and now we all know better.
Guys,
All right.
we all know about the Alamo's basement,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
I looked it up on the iPad.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay. So we have an address.
yeah.
We're gonna go to there.
Yeah, you go to there. You're just walking all day long. You're hoofing it. You got no car.
As we're walking over, I just suggest maybe we should ping back to HQ and let them know about the unidentified alien.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that we've kind of not really searched Bill's residence.
No, we did, I'd say. And we also know that he was there, and then there's like an unidentified... I don't have the iPad. I'm just suggesting that maybe we can give that guy a ring-a-ding.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that happens.
I call him.
Yeah, you call him, and so Agent L, there's like a open flame in his office, and he is spraying a sort of sci-fi fire extinguisher on
Is he
it.
talking to him or me?
Let's say both of you. You're next to each other. You're both on camera. You're like FaceTiming
I'm
together.
so short they only see the top of my head.
Of course. And
Hey, Al!
he is looking at a view screen of a Sittin, and he's like, we just need a couple more days. We'll find it. And then he turns around and sees you guys. He's like, oh my God, what?
We found some VHSs.
No. Okay.
Ruddy sounds so proud of himself.
All right.
Ruddy's like, after a couple decades adventuring, I know how to get to the salient points.
Oh God.
Come on, man!
Omie jumps up and you can see her face for a second. It's at Bill's place.
It's at Bill's place.
He says, one, I'm honestly shocked you had the presence of mind to search his apartment for him.
That took us a while.
I mean, to be fair, we had to find his apartment.
It's gross.
Yeah, it really is.
You could have given us
disgusting.
the address.
Yeah, you really could have done that.
Yeah, you knew the address?
Yeah, you sent us to a diner. What was that about?
I thought Men in Black does not hire rookies. We have a long training process. I have no idea how you have this much ignorance in your team right now.
Literally my first day.
I need you to stop projecting.
He's fucking overwhelmed by the fact that you just said it was your first day. What?
This is my
this case.
He's a
Dude, roll fucking persuasion.
He's a rookie. I'm training. This is my last day before retirement.
Roll con. Roll con is what you roll. That's a confidence roll.
Where is con?
Con is
Oh,
confidence.
dude, I got one, motherfucker.
This is gonna be good.
Roll a 4. He is like, I will get back to you when this galaxy is not going to blow up tomorrow. But how find the unregistered alien? That's fine. VHS's, I don't fucking know. Maybe he likes porn.
It was cooking shows, actually.
That doesn't make any sense. Goodbye.
Hey, real quick before you go, you got like any more addresses that you want to give us instead of passive aggressively using it against us later?
I would ask Alva. I would search Bill's place.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
that.
well,
you got more
then-
addresses?
No, I would then follow any leads that I found at the previous 2 places.
Great,
I'm
all right,
busy
thank you.
keeping in the stratosphere.
Okay, you're already hanging out. Good leave. Bye.
Hang up.
Okay. We're good. It's hung up. So you make it. You go to United Captioners.
Oh, reminder that while we were in the apartment, the tape that I started taking apart and unraveling, I don't know if you heard me, but I said that I'm going to keep it and I'm going to tuck it in my pack.
It's in there.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you make it to this big ass featureless office built. No, it's not big. It's like 1 floor. It looks burnt out. Like most of the offices are like clearly no one has occupied these units for years. This is a shitty part of town.
Are you sure this is the right address, Terok?
We all saw the end of the tape together. I don't know why you're looking at me.
You watch the address numbers grow as you walk past the doors, and you finally find the one that is United Captioners. And at first, you're like, "Oh fuck, it's empty." But like, no, it's just really the windows are just really filthy.
And
you do see light and movement inside.
I knock.
You knock, and a overweight, balding man chewing a ham and cheese sandwich opens the door and says, "Yeah."
Do I recognize this man?
No, he's a normal dude. He's like a rando.
I mean, how normal is he if he's opening the door while chewing a sandwich?
He opens the door. He actually sees the 3 of you in like very severe black suits. It's like, whoa! My taxes are paid.
Also, as a reminder, one of the legs of my suit is just completely ripped up.
Do you need the tailors? Is the tailor how you get to your government headquarters?
What?
You look like very spooky agents. Do you go to a specific like rack full of clothing and push it in a certain way, and a secret compartment opens up that takes you to your headquarters? I'm
What
sorry.
are your thoughts on the Pope?
Oh man. God, the Red Sox, Catholicism.
All right, good dude. Okay, what? We're looking for Bill Lawrence Obb.
Yeah, never heard of him. Who's that?
He has a lot of he orders a lot of products that you've worked on.
Yeah, we wholesale them. We don't get bought by people.
All right,
I see.
we're looking for the person. Hey, Omie, can I
Yes.
see that tape? That
Oh,
you put in your
sure.
pack real quick?
She reaches into her pack and pulls out the tape.
You're
that is
actually
half-
rhyming this for
It's half unraveled, and it's just and so she hands him the tape, but then she's also like holding the ribbon that she's pulled
I'm
out.
really-
And she's like getting the rest of it out of her pack. She's like, "Here you go, here."
I'm
And
really
she hands
appreciating that Gwen is actually miming this. That's some improv training right there for you folks.
Gwen puts in the extra mile.
I am
Don't let
also
anyone
holding
say
the
not.
tape. I'm also holding it. This is Chicago.
We're
All right,
committed. We're
yeah.
committed.
And what's the name of the dude again? Like the tapes?
Sir Fairley Warshaw's culinary lectures.
Culinary.
The culinary ones, the one with the cooking, the British
He says,
burning dude.
Yeah, it's really weird how big we get a lot of orders for that. It doesn't make any sense. But that's Claudia. She does
Claudia
that.
here.
No, I don't see her very much. She does really good work.
Those are disjointed sentences and unrelated to my question necessarily. She's not here.
No. We just send her the assignments. She sends back the transcripts.
So she works from home.
Yeah, they all do. I'm the only one here.
All right, we don't need.
I'm basically just here to masturbate.
Okay. All right, just give me the address.
Man, I did not fucking grasp as I was planning this how address heavy this fucking mystery is. Also, it fucking still absolutely blows my mind. You've had so many interactions with fucking Elle, and no one has said what's the.
What's what?
What's the crisis?
I assumed we were supposed to know, and I didn't want to ask and further blow our cover. I thought that would be a Ruddy job.
I mean, later I can call
Mr. First Day on the Job. I thought he would be the one that would ask, because Terek's game is probably shouldn't ask about MIB related stuff because that's going to come across as suspicious, considering that we work for this agency and probably know at least generally what's happening.
Yeah, fair enough.
Next time we call Elle, I'll ask. Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for somebody.
I'll ask 2 questions. I'll be like a pertinent question and follow-up question. What's the crisis?
All right. What's the address? Give me the address.
Yo, I don't think I should be giving employees addresses out just to any old random spooks.
I roll for charisma and persuasion.
You're gonna have to actually say something charismatic and
Just
persuading.
Just be sweet again.
You can't just look at him and be like, "I rolled a 20," and he's like, "Oh, well then I can't deny that."
Do you have files? Because if I get a warrant, I will take the files. Would her address be in the files if I had a warrant for them?
Now, Agent T,
Wait.
there's no reason to get nasty. Now, sir, what's your name again?
Let me think about it.
It's Craig.
My name's Craig.
Craig, what a nice name.
Yeah, you're trying to get something from me.
Yeah. Okay. Would the files be in there if I had a warrant on me?
Why don't you come back with a warrant and find out?
All right. I actually happen to have a warrant right here in my jacket pocket. I pull out my snooze button.
Beautiful! Oh, I was waiting for it. I was like, I hope he figures it out.
All right. Four 6-sided dice plus 1, or 4D plus 1. What is that? 4 6-sided dice plus, or 1 4-sided dice.
That's the damage. To hit, you use strength.
Okay. Oh,
So
strength. So it's 4 dice. Okay.
Yeah. And
Is there a wild in this or no?
there's always a wild in every roll.
Okay, so let me grab the black one real quick. Cool. 12.
12. This is a big and non-combat related dude. So you just sort of wang him right on the noggin with the snooze button full bore, and
Full boop.
you feel the button on the end of it as you bop him on the head with it. You feel it click, and you hear a tss, to sort of spray out of it, and he drops his sandwich and just curls into a little like a kitty cat going to sleep, into a little ball curled up on the ground, snoozing.
All right. I step over his body and walk in.
So you do.
I look around to make sure nobody else is working. I don't think anybody else is working there because it's a pretty small looking office. But I look around.
He said he was the only one there, so
I
we're
forgot
good.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're
yeah,
good.
he has a.
But I double check anyway, just to look
Good.
around.
Yeah.
He has a bare metal table that has a TV on it. He has a bunch of VHSs around, a VCR. On the TV is some crazy porn.
Great.
and a bunch of file cabinets, and that's it.
All right.
Point of order.
I was going to do perception.
Define crazy porn.
Yeah. Is it heteronormative?
I go ahead and decline to answer.
Yeah.
Listener,
Let's not
use your
kink-
imagination.
Let's not kink shame
Is it
anybody.
human only?
Let's not kink shame anybody.
Good question. Yes, no aliens, humans only.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to roll a perception for the files to see if I can kind of glean from them which one would be the one we're looking for.
Yeah.
What's your name, Claudia?
All right. I rolled a 3 on the wild, and then I rolled 15, 12, 12, 20, 27. I rolled a 27.
Okay. That is really high.
Yeah, I roll 6 for perception.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you just sort of like fucking like, oh, these are in alphabetical order.
He just touches them and his eyes glow.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. Your eyes glow and you sort of do like like when differential equations start showing up around your head and you're like I've thought of every single possible way you could file files, and the most probable place for it to be is here, and you pick it up and it's Claudia Rudinsky.
Great. I look at her address and I put it into the map quest.
Ruddy, maybe she knows you.
She might.
Okay. All right.
I'm not aware of him finding the file immediately, and I just start tossing the room on my own.
Yeah, you find a whole lot of used crusty tissues. He said he used this room mostly for masturbating, and I don't know what y'all thought you'd find.
While I'm looking through the
missed that
files,
detail.
over my shoulder, I yell to Ruddy, Ruddy, can you pull him in from the doorway and just kind of like shove him in a corner or something so we close up and we leave out?
For sure. And I do that, and then I put his sandwich on his belly.
And you notice that on like there is a high shelf that has a wad of $10 bills on it that you can't reach.
I can't reach?
It's like 10 feet up. I'm giving you an opportunity to use your jumping skills.
Oh, fuck yes. Sorry, I was
I'm just like, when are you gonna need jumping?
Just like, thanks for letting me know that, I guess.
I like literally was like, I guess I'll boost someone. All right, so I just yelled, check this shit out. And I jump.
Jesus Christ.
What is it, like fucking
Strength plus jumping.
yeah, so I got fucking
No, it's reflexes plus
I
jumping.
got like 6 on this bitch.
Which one's wild?
Oh, there's like all those are fucking ones. So
That's 17. You do like a fucking NBA Jam spin and like jump above the ledge and just sort of like boop, take the money, put it in your pocket, and then you like land real light.
well, I'm glad I got that out of my system.
And what time is it now?
It's nearly nighttime. It's like 9 or 10.
All right, I got the address. Let's go.
You're walking over this place, and just to make this like a little bit different from like just scene change, why don't you like discuss amongst yourself like what do you think of this situation?
I think it's pretty cool how high I can jump, guys. Did you see that?
I did. You did it. That was a very high jump.
The way I landed too was like, boom.
It was like when heroes jump and you come down on one knee. It was very, very gallant. I don't know.
I landed
what
on both
word.
feet, but I could have done the knee thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I must have misseen it.
Yeah, no, I did both. I'm a little offended. I'm a little offended right now. I can do it again. Should I do it again? I jump again. And I land on one knee.
He jumps up. He like touches a street light and jumps back down again. Ruddy, you're really good at that.
I am.
Good job. All right. Well,
Did you all know that Janet Reno is behind a conspiracy with Cuba?
who's that? What's Cuba?
All right, I'm just going to keep reading this then.
Terok, I'm going to go ahead and say that in the midst of all this fake news and whatnot, you have come across a blog that is writing in extremely alarmed terms, which is like what you're used to now because you're in InfoWars.
Yeah.
That there are rips in space and spooky guys are going to come through them and that the world's in peril.
Oh, that all checks out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the real news.
Is the real news?
It's the real news.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. You steal my catchphrase line.
Adam cut my part out of that, so he gets the laugh that he deserves.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Anyway, you make it to the address that is supposed to be Claudia's house.
Okay.
I knock.
You knock on this door, and a little one of those little
Secret
slidey windows that are just at eye level goes open, and it looks like a big bruiser of a man gruffly is like, "Yeah, who are you?"
Oh, I just stick my gun in the hole.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! Right?
Episode over.
Jesus Christ.
So the T-shirt for Ruddy is I stick my gun in the hole.
Listeners, if you want some gun in hole based merchandise, you know Shuffle Quest, your only place to get it. Oh, we'll see you next time. Hey, thank you for listening to Shuffle Quest. That was episode 2. I hope you liked it, and if you did, you know what you can do is head on over to iTunes. Give us a rating or a review. It's super nice if you would do that. It helps people see the show. It helps it get in front of new ears. And also, if you know any weird nerds who like goofers and RPGs, just send them a link. It's easy, and they'll thank you. They'll be your grandbuds. Shuffle Quest is created, hosted, and written by my own self, Tom Harrison. If you want to know more about me, I run The Skewer, a live satirical news show the first Wednesday of every month. That's also a podcast. And the pop culture podcast You Don't Understand. Terok Noor was played by Cody Melcher, who is the host and producer of the fantastic Weird Books podcast, Tome Foolery. Omie was played by Gwyn Fulcher, staff writer on the award-winning WBEZ podcast Pleasure Town, and Ruddy was played by Joe Anderson, who really needs to get more projects going. Come on, Joe. What's your problem? We all got projects. Nah, Joe's fine. Shuffle Quest was recorded and engineered by Adam Goron. Shuffle Quest's art was done by Sean Bowers, and Shuffle Quest's music was composed by Chuck Rios. That's all for us. See you next time.